Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's March 7th, 2017. One of the big news stories today, WikiLeaks has published something called Vault 7. They're calling it the biggest data dump, exposing the CIA and the many ways they spy on the American people. What you need to know is WikiLeaks is your government. WikiLeaks is the CIA, which means that this data dump is on purpose. And the information released, they want people to be aware of. For anyone who's been mildly awake in the time of September 11th forward, you know that the United States of America is a growing police state where your government is actively spying and collecting information on the people. This has been made known to us since shortly after 9/11 when the Patriot Act passed, which gave the government the right to take away liberties in the name of security. Since then, we've seen, the government grow their rights with more and more legislation to collect more and more data and information, to militarize police, to put up more cameras to keep surveillance over major cities, even smaller cities. The signs of the growing police state are everywhere. You have to be living under a rock to not know about it. At the end of 2011, the U.S. federal government declared the United States of America an active battleground in the war on terrorism where any citizen can be detained and held indefinitely without anyone being notified if they are said to be a terrorist. All of this information should make people, come to attention and start working together to stop what is being built around us. And myself personally, that is a big part of the reason I have been putting in all the time I have for the last 3 years to get people to wake up, to stop this police state, to stop this military state, to stop this agenda. The path we are on is a very dangerous path, and it gets worse each year that we don't speak out as a people. So as for the proof that Julian Assange and WikiLeaks are the government, I have a number of videos talking about this before. The evidence is in how WikiLeaks makes their news by the numbers. News by the numbers is a federal Masonic Zionist agenda. The people who control our government, the people who control the media, the people who control international banking, they are the Freemasons, they are the Zionist Jews, and they do everything by a numerological code, a Kabbalah code. Look into what Kabbalah is, Jewish mysticism in numbers. It's no secret the people who control the media are Zionist Jews. They control the information flow by a spiritual practice, and it has a lot to do with numbers. Every day, your news is made by the numbers. Every time there's breaking WikiLeaks news, it's by the numbers. Check this out. Today's March 7th, the 66th day of the year. WikiLeaks equals 37, a lot like 3/7 for March 7th. Their leader is Julian Assange. Assange 66, March 7th, the 66th day of the year. As I pointed out many times before, the name Julian Assange has the same gematria as government, White House, relevant number, 133. For the record, today's date numerology is also 47, the word Agent 47. Think about the hit movie, video game series, Agent 47. Julian Assange is definitely an agent. The word president has gematria 47. Every president is an agent in the ongoing agenda. Presidents are selected, not elected, by the same gang. So they're calling this release Vault 7, right? Vault 7 has gematria of 33 like federal. This is supposed to be exposing the federal government, but WikiLeaks is the federal government. Just like Anonymous is the federal government. Vault 7, 33 like federal, like order, like masonry, like secrecy. Vault 7 also has a second connection to 33 through gematria. The word vault alone also connects to CIA. Vault 7, supposed to be exposing the CIA. They said that it was a release of 8,761 documents. That very well might be true, but all of this is done by certain numbers of significance. And I only understand the code so well, but I know that when these people pick out their numbers, they often pick prime numbers, and 8,761 is no doubt a prime number. They called today's release date year zero. I guess they put out hype that they were going to release this on year zero, so that was today for them, year zero. Year zero in gematria sums to 113, like mainstream, like dishonest, like bullshit, like fiction. And that's what we're living out. An ongoing planned narrative that is truly fiction, but at the same time it becomes our reality because so many people don't see through the purposeful deception every day in the media. And remember, WikiLeaks and Julian Assange are on the record saying they don't think there's any conspiracy in regards to 9/11. It's not hard to see that WikiLeaks is your government. No conspiracy on 9/11. What a joke. Julian Assange is a joke. WikiLeaks is a joke. These information releases are a joke. You already know you live in a police state. There's nothing groundbreaking about this. Think about what's going on. These smartphones, how many times have I been here recording my video and Siri just turns on and starts recording my conversation? There's been so many releases of information in the post 9/11 era of how we're being surveillanced. It even came out that AT&T was keeping everyone's phone records going back to 1984. That was breaking news a few years ago now. All of this stuff is just meant to clue people into their reality because the powers that shouldn't be, what they know about the U.S. general public right now is they are apathetic, they are disorganized, they don't have time to fight back, they're not going to do anything about anything anyway. You can put any information out there, they're not going to fight back, they're just going to suck it up and tuck their head in like a turtle. That's what needs to change. And the reason I do these videos is to give people enough power, enough knowledge to know how to fight back and expose what's going on within our society. If you missed my past post on the WikiLeaks, it's always news by the numbers with Julian Assange. Remember when they cut off his internet in Ecuador? They did it on a date with 43 numerology. Julian Assange also has the connection to 43. Just before the election, WikiLeaks released this story about 33 children being trafficked from Haiti connected to the Clinton campaign. Haiti has the gematria of 47, like president, like agent. I will link in the description these two videos right here, which are about WikiLeaks news and other related information. This nation, it's always made news by the numbers way before there even was a WikiLeaks. I'll also link the Gematrinator calculator. That reminds me, this WikiLeaks story about the 33 children, it came just days before the Pizzagate news broke. With Hillary Clinton supposedly trafficking children through a pizza shop in Washington, D.C. Pizzagate, they love their 33s. That's why it's Vault 7 today, Vault 7. I should also mention this 57 coding, that's the number for the Scottish Rite Freemasonry. We were talking about the 113 coding with year zero. Scottish also has the 113 coding. Scottish Rite Freemasonry, 113 has the numbers 11 and 3 within it. The product of 11 and 3 is 33. There's always more, Truth Seeker, but that's it for now. Until next time.